Sir Hamlet, my son.
Hamlet, my son, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Elsinore. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
He's been gone 2.5 months, and you just want me to get him?
Of course not! But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate a new beginning. Don't make this so difficult.
Yes, Mother.
Look, I know you've lost a father, but that man, before he was your father, he was my brother. And I'm ready to move on, so why can't you?
I guess I'm not as strong as you are.
Come.
Two and a half months! She doesn't even wait to get married. Blast it all! My father never trusted my uncle.
Hey, watch out, we're just swinging that thing! I'm on your side, remember?
Sorry, I'm so frustrated. My father's dead, my mother's married, and now I have to stay here for a while.
Speaking of your father.
What about my father?
Well...
Well, for Elsinore's sake, out with it.
We saw your father. Well, at least we think it was your father, here at the palace last night.
Where did you see him? How did you see him?
Since your uncle wants human guards at the front gates, we got voluntold, and that's where we were when we saw him. We thought you might want to join us tonight during our watch to see if he shows up.
How did he look?
More in sorrow than in anger.
Perchance we'll walk again.
I warrant you, it will.
The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold. What is the hour?
Almost midnight. Shouldn't be long now. He didn't seem very happy when he left. Maybe he won't come back. And then again...
Angels and minister of grace, defend us. Are ye a spirit of health or goblin condemned? I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, father, king, royal Dane. Oh, answer me!
It beckons you to go away with it, as if some impartment did desire you alone. Don't go with it.
Go, I'll follow thee.
Something is rotten on the planet of Denmark.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
I will.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear, Hamlet, I am thy father's spirit.
Father!
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Now, Hamlet, hear. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me, so that the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. Know now, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown. Hamlet, it was your uncle.
No!
Protect your mother. Vulnerable in her grief, she was wooed by a greedy and envious man who would deny you your inheritance.
And my part?
Deny him the throne. Revenge my death.
It will be as you request.
How now, Ophelia? What's the matter?
Alas, my lord, I've been so frightened.
With what in the name of God?
My lord, I was reading my tablet in the solarium, and Lord Hamlet, he came over to me. He grabbed my wrist, pulled me to my feet, and just stood there staring at me. Then he heaved a deep sigh and kissed me on the forehead. Then he left, never saying a word. I don't understand.
You've spoken harshly to him.
No, but I did deny any biscuit he sent me like you asked.
That hath made him mad. Come, go we to the king. This must be known.
Welcome, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. I appreciate your being here on such short notice, but Hamlet has been acting so strangely, and since you are his friends, I was wondering if perhaps you could help us decipher what is occurring and perhaps what we might do about it.
Good ladies, he hath talked much of you. If it will please you to show us so much gentry and goodwill, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
We are more than willing to help.
We lay our services at your feet.
Thank you both. And when you are finished with Hamlet, just come find me in my chambers.
Thank you, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. Please go right to my changed son.
Now, Polonius, what brings you before us?
I have ascertained the reasoning behind Hamlet's lunacy.
That I would like to hear.
See, I have a daughter, sire. A lovely daughter. One that makes a father proud. But, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the outward limbs and flourishes, I will be brief. Your son is mad. Mad, I call it. For to define true madness, what is it? But nothing else but mad. But let that go.
I'd like to let most of that speech go. Get to the punchline.
Punchline, madam? No, no. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity. 'Tis pity, 'tis true. Now remains that we find out the cause of this effect. Or rather say the cause of this defect. For this effect, defective, comes by cause. Ahem. Listen. To the celestial, my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. Blah.
Are you saying Hamlet sent this to her?
He did, madam. Now listen further. Doubt that the stars are fire. Doubt that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar. But never doubt I lose.
What did she think of these poems?
Well, much to my chagrin, I fell into error when I recommended my daughter not trust young Hamlet. Who knew that the rejection of his endearments would thus vanquish his wits?
How do we discover the truth of this?
I have a contrivance. So, Hamlet enjoys viewing his bolt sword form in this very hole. So, what if I were to direct Ophelia to unknowingly enter in while we conceal ourselves thusly? He might unburden himself of his true sentiments.
He's your son. Do you think this will work?
Polonius, one of these days your love of politics and intrigue is going to get you killed. I'm not sure this is going to work, but I don't know what else to do.
Hamlet, my friend, how are you?
Well, my friends, what brings you to Denmark and thus to Elsinore?
To visit you no other occasion.
Is that so? Are you sure you weren't sent for?
What do you mean?
Good Rosencrantz.
What do you want us to say?
Why, anything, if it's true. I suspect that the king and queen sent for you.
Well, your mother is worried about you. Your behavior worries her.
And the king?
My lord, do you remember the traveling theater group that came to university?
I do indeed. They were quite fun.
They flew into Denmark at the same time we did. They're traveling through this part of the galaxy. We saw them on Carcerant.
Is that so? How interesting.
How so?
Go to your rooms. You're very tired and you need rest.
But what about you? How are you?
My father, uncle, and mother, aunt are deceived. I am but mad north-northwest. But when the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
What?
Go. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Soft you now. The fair Ophelia.
Good, my lord. How does your honor this many a day?
I humbly thank thee well.
My lord, I have these poems that I've longed to return to you, and I pray now that you receive them.
I never gave you all.
Yes, you did. And with pretty words to go with them.
Are you honest?
Excuse me.
Are you fair?
Don't understand. What are you trying to say?
If you were honest and fair, you would not be a selfish beauty. I did love you once.
So you told me.
You should never have believed me. I loved you not.
Well, then I was doubly deceived by you.
Get thee to a nunnery. I am most proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offences at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in. We're errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Get thee to a nunnery.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him! Oh, woe is me to see what I have seen, see what I see.
Madam, how like you this play?
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
One month has passed.
Have you seen this play? Are they trying to be offensive?
No. It's just a joke. The poisoning's just a joke.
I don't appreciate the joke. Do you say this play is called again?
The mousetrap.
I'm tired. I'm leaving. The evening is over. Come. I think Hamlet suspects me. I need to get him off planet permanently.
How can we be of service, Your Majesty?
I'm going to send him away. I do not wish for him to return.
Of course, Your Majesty, as you wish.
Hamlet will arrive betimes, and I will secret myself behind this curtain in case you have need of me.
You sent for me.
You've offended your father.
No, mother, you have offended my father.
You are being rude.
And you have been wicked.
Why? How now, Hamlet?
You are the queen, and were it not so, you are my mother.
Why do you talk like that? This is not working. I need to find someone who you will listen to.
Down and stay there till I can find a mirror in which you can look and see yourself.
You can't keep me here. Would you murder me? Help! Help!
What? How? 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 How now, a rat? Dead for a joke, dead!
Well, Gertrude, how is your son?
Mad as the sea in the wind, in a lawless fit. Hearing something stir behind the curtain, he did whip out his bolt sword and killed the unseen good old man.
His liberty is full of threats to all. To you, yourself, to us, to everyone. We must ship him hence. And this vile deed we must, with all our majesty and skill, keep hidden. Where is he now?
He's still with the body.
I will send Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to retrieve the body and place it in the chapel. Where is he?
Where's the dead bodies bestowed, my lord? We cannot get from him.
Where's Hamlet?
Without, my lord, guarded to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us.
Ho, Guildenstern! Bring forth my lord!
Where's Polonius?
In heaven. Send thither to see, and if your messenger find him not there, seek him out in the other place yourself.
Enough of this foolishness, Hamlet. I think a short trip off-planet would do you some good. I'm going to send Rosencrantz and Guildenstern on an errand for me, and I would like for you to go with them.
Need they a sitter?
No, but perhaps you do. And besides, as your king, I am commanding you go with them.
All right. Let's go.
Do it, you two. For like the hectic in my blood, he rages, and thou must cure me.
I will not speak with her.
But your majesty, she is distraught. She needs pity.
What does she want from me?
She speaks much of her father. She says she hears there's tricks in the world. She hems and beats at her heart. Her speech doesn't always make sense.
Let her come in.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
He is dead and gone. He is dead and gone. At his head, a grass-green turf. At his heels, a stone.
Ophelia.
Alas, look here, my lord.
How are you, pretty lady?
Lord, we know what we are, but not what we may be. God be at your table.
How long has she been like this?
I hope all will be well. My brother shall know of it. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
Oh, thou vile king! Where is my father?
What is the matter, Laertes?
Where is my father?
Dead?
But not by him.
Then by who? I will blast him off this planet so that the pieces circle the second moon. Who killed my father? Oh, Rose of May, dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia. Oh, heavens, is it possible a young maid's wit should be as mortal as an old man's life?
His beard was white as snow. All flexen was his pall. He is gone. He is gone.
Do you see this?
I swear to you, I did not do this. It was Hamlet. What do you want?
Your Majesty, the security algorithm was triggered by Vidskip.
What word triggered it?
Hamlet.
What? Are you sure? Where did it originate from?
Tatooine.
I don't know how he got away from Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, but apparently Hamlet will be coming back to Denmark. We must plan accordingly.
Well, what do you propose?
I hear you're quite good with a volt sword. Is this so, Laertes?
I've not lost a bout yet.
Good, good. As a way of celebrating Hamlet's return home, I'm going to arrange some competitions. One of these competitions will be a duel between you and Hamlet. But just for show, of course. I want you to win. Now, be it a stumble, a fall, a slip, however you want to arrange it, I need for you to run him through.
What if I anoint my volt sword with some sort of poison? That would ensure his death.
I have just the stuff that will do it. How now, sweet queen? I come bearing good news. Your son lives.
What? How do you know this?
Well, I too thought that everyone on board the ship had been killed when it didn't arrive at its destination, but as it would turn out, your son has survived. I thought you would be overjoyed by this news.
I am quite overjoyed, but it is tempered by the news that I have for Laertes. I'm so very, very sorry, but Ophelia is dead. She fell into an electrical maintenance shaft and was killed. I'm so sorry.
Dead? Ophelia? Why was she even in that place? Why wasn't she being watched?
She was, but she commanded her maid to retrieve something. It wasn't her fault.
No, it's Hamlet's fault. If he didn't reject her and hid my father's body, she wouldn't have come to this. I would do as you ask, my lord, with pleasure.
What does he mean? What did you ask him to do?
Nothing of importance, dear. Come, we must celebrate our son's homecoming. And, most unfortunately, help prepare the funeral for the tragic loss of Laertes' sister.
Alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio. A man of infinite jest and most excellent wit. He hath borne me upon his back 1,000 times. And now?
And now what do we do?
Now we find my mother and figure out what is going on. Oh, there. That window in the castle. That light's only lit when there's been a death. Come on.
Sweet to the sweet. Farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife.
You killed her, I hope you die!
I prithee take thy fingers from my throat, hold off thy hand!
Pluck them asunder!
Hamlet!
Let my lord be quiet.
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum.
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
While the fit is on him, we must be patient.
What is the reason you use me thus? I was always your friend. Let Hercules himself do what he may, the cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
Welcome all to our celebration of Prince Hamlet's return to Denmark. Now, I thought it might be appropriate for us to arrange some sportive events. Laertes, Hamlet, why don't you two show us how volt swords are to be used?
I've done you wrong. Free me so far in your generous thoughts that I've shot in error all the house and wounded my brother.
I'm satisfied in nature. In terms of honor, I stand aloof. Now not reconcile until we are done.
Then let us compete. One.
No!
Judgment.
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well again!
Stay. Give me drink. The one with the violets. Give the other one to Hans.
Nay, hold off. I'll play the bat first. Another hit, what say you?
Touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
The queen commends your skill.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me. To Hamlet.
To Hamlet.
Come for a third, Laertes, you do but dally. I pray thee pass with thy best violence.
Say you so, come on!
Look to the queen there.
Both of them are hurt.
How are you, Laertes?
Unjustly killed of mine own treachery.
How is it with the queen?
She swoons to see you hurt.
No. The drink. The drink. Oh, my Hamlet. I am poisoned.
Villainy! Lock the doors! Treachery!
Hamlet! Thou art slain! No medicine in the galaxy can save you now. It was on the vault sword, and in the wine. Not the wine that is fine. The goblet with the gimlet had the portion with the poison. The one that your mother drank. The one meant for you. It was the king! The king's to blame!
The vault sword poisoned? Then do your work! Goodbye, wretched queen. Adieu. Oh, I die, Horatio. Leave off, I'm dead.
Never believe it.
The potent poison quite overcomes my spirit. The rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.